Hi everyone, welcome to our talk, which is about one of our cases. Pimcore is commerce platform of Elli. Elli is a brand of the Volkswagen Group, and as you all might know, e-mobility is one of the top trending topics out there. So we're really thrilled to show you this beautiful case. And I'm here together with Laura, a colleague of mine. She's a project manager at elbkapitäne, and I am Kevin. I'm CTO at elbkapitäne. And just a few words about us. Yes, we are a proud Pimcore partner since 2018. We are located in the beautiful city of Hamburg, and we're a bunch of 30+ enthusiastic people, ranging from strategists to designers, developers to project managers and consultants. And we have one thing in common: we strive for excellent experiences based on Pimcore, and that's what really drives us.
So a warm welcome from my side as well. I'm going to introduce you a little bit more about the brand Elli. So who is Elli? Elli is a corporate startup of the Volkswagen Group Charging, and at the moment one of the leading providers of charged home solutions. But Elli does not only sell the wall box that you can actually see on the slide. One of their core competences is to connect electric cars with the whole energy market. So, for example, they are aiming to get one of the biggest public charging stations or charging systems in Germany. Our goal of the project was to introduce a central platform based on a cross-brand data model, which means Elli is able to sell their wall boxes. So we accepted the challenge from scratch to MVP in 12 weeks. How did we make that work? That was one of our big questions as well. So from the start, we needed a good, proper project setup from the very beginning. And in order to reach that, we had some weekly working rhythm together with the client. We had regular meetings to scope our whole project, and we also had weekly design and technology sprints. What made it a little bit easier for us is that we worked very closely together with Elli, which means they firmly integrated us in their structures, which means, for example, that we had a close and direct dialogue with engineers, designers, and product managers. So we had a very partnerly cooperation to reach our common goal. Our last point or what we actually needed, was to create parallels. Because we had this really short time frame, we needed to make sure that we were working on different parts of the project at the same time, which means design and concept has taken place in parallel with the interface development. For us as an agency, that was a bit new, because on one hand, we created the concept, and on the other hand, we already started to develop the API. So we did not really work alongside, but more or less towards each other, as we needed to stick to the very tight timeline. But now I'm pretty sure you are excited to see what was the outcome of this power sprint. So the corporate Elli shop. We strongly focused on what is important, which means for us, we kept it quite simple. We reduced the content side to avoid overloaded content pages, but also unnecessary pictures. Instead, we had some very detailed or very specific detail pages, which did not have like a standard shop template. The next point is that we connected the product data with our content modules to make sure that you only maintain your product information in one place in Pimcore. So yeah, all the product information were also like coming through the content modules. In order to keep the Elli identity, we of course adapt the design, color scheme, and typography to Elli's young and fresh, appealing corporate design. Which also was a bit challenging for us, because as you can see, Elli's core colors are purple and neon green. So we need to find a good balance to actually keep it modern, but still accessible. Let me talk a little bit more about the heart of the website, which is the configurator that you can also see on the screen. Because buying a wall box is not the same as buying from Amazon. we have a strongly user-guided configurator that leaves no one with unanswered questions. Which means, as you can see, we have a stepper on the side, so the user is guided through the whole configuration process and can select between brands, models, but also accessories. What is special for Elli is that they're not only selling the hardware, but they're also selling the service behind it, which means we also have detailed information about funding programs and installation services, which you can also find directly in the configurator. So you don't need to hop off to find your information elsewhere. You're going to stick to your configuration and buy your wallbox. Which leads me to the last part, that is the direct transition to the checkout. We do not have a shopping cart, but that's not really needed as you buy a whole configurated wallbox, and yeah, you're going to go directly to the checkout. You can buy as a guest purchase, but you can also log in or register with an Elli account. To talk a little bit more about the technical side of the web shop, I'm going to hand over to my colleague.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, let's have a look under the hood. So within those 12 weeks, we not only had to realize this project, but we also faced the challenge together with our client to introduce a new enterprise solution. So we were really happy that Elli chose Pimcore as this base for this solution, and yeah, together with our client, we introduced Pimcore as the enterprise solution for all upcoming commerce activities. Let's have a look at the challenges. I think this claim, keeping it flexible, fits the most here, but let's have a closer look. So in detail, that meant we had to build a scalable commerce platform right from the beginning. So although we were talking about an MVP project, we already had to foresee some sort of growth and scalability because, of course, Elli is part of the Volkswagen Group, and scalability is one of the key requirements here. Next thing is we wanted to build the most flexible product configurator out there together with our client. And third, we wanted to integrate Adyen as a payment service provider as seamless as possible. So how did we do that? Let's have a look at the scalability. And scalability came across in three dimensions. So the first thing, quite obviously, is the brands. So we started with Elli at the web shop, but as you can see, and Elli is part of the Volkswagen Group, there are already other brands showing up that want to move to our platform, and we had to foresee this. We could ensure this by selecting a white label approach here in the front-end development, so we can easily adapt to new front-end and designs, for example. And when we talk about the rollout process, we also have to talk about markets, of course. So we started in Germany, but as you can see here too, other markets are popping up at the horizon, and we will roll out through other markets in the next months too. And last but not least, we built a B2C shop for Elli in Germany. Yes, that's correct. But we also aim to serve a flexible B2B solution here already, which can also serve the B2B needs for Elli in the future. Our flexible product configurator, yeah, it's built as dynamically and flexible as possible, meaning that the client themselves can maintain the whole configurator, so options can be added or removed as needed, and also requirements coming from markets or other brands can also be considered on the maintenance side. They don't need to be developed every time. So this is a really flexible solution, which is really future-proof, I would say. And let's have a look on the payment side too. So yeah, we choose Adyen, or more specifically the API-based Adyen integration here, and we did this to really seamlessly integrate all the most modern payment methods out there, such as Apple Pay, Google Pay, PayPal, and Klarna. So the user really sticks on the web shop, and they don't leave the web shop and come back later on. So we can really provide the best user experience out there. Oh,
so what's next? As you already heard, this is just the beginning. Together with Elli, we have quite some visions that we are currently already working on. So I'm gonna dive in a little bit deeper. On the one hand, we have the one central multi-tenant e-commerce platform, which I will talk about a little bit more in a second. And on the other hand, we have the integrated B2C and B2B platform. When we talk about the B2C rollout, our aim was to build one shop with many looks. So for the future, we are rolling out our B2C shop also for Cupra, Seat and Skoda. But not only for the German market, but also for 8 to 10 different markets, which also means we need to roll out that for 8 different languages at the same time. As we do not want to copy and paste our current shop, we obviously want to adapt the brand CI. So we are going to build up some theming of the modules. So you still keep the Elli identity, you still keep the connection to our current shop, but it's still branded in the brand CI. What makes it more special or more challenging for us is the adaptation to config-specific requirements. Such as funding programs are completely different in different countries. Same counts for different products in different countries, or we have to adapt to some payment methods. Our biggest challenge for this rollout is to get all the right information for the country-specific requirements, so that Elli is still very flexible in adding or removing products, etc. Our last vision is the B2B dealer reselling platform. This B2B shop is going to be an exclusive platform for dealers, importers, and third-party businesses. As this platform is going to be restricted, so not everyone can access it, so you have like a registration with a validation beforehand, and you need to create an account. It's especially designed for a fast purchase of products. So if you compare it to our B2C shop, we don't have a configurator as itself. It's more or less a configuration on site. So the dealer is going to have their own personal dashboard with also an order overview, so they can purchase their latest orders again, but also can configure their wall boxes within seconds on site and go directly to the checkout. What is also different is that we are going to have a shopping cart in order to make sure that the dealers can add more than one product and more than different products in the shopping cart. And they're going to be directly to the quick checkout, which means we are going to have all the information that they already put in during registration. That's what we also use for the checkout process. So we hopefully make it a little bit faster and quicker for the B2B users. Our last adaptation to the B2B shop is that we are not going to have complete configurations already. So it's going to be single line items and also spare parts, which do not really exist in the current shop. So we have different parts that can be put in a shopping cart, can put together, and that's how you purchase in the B2B shop. So that was a quick insight for what's next and what's coming up. And we're really excited to still work on these projects, and hopefully we're going to tell you a little bit more in the future. Thank you all. I hope you enjoyed our little talk, and we will be happy to answer all your questions. If you have, if you want to have any more information, please contact us on our email address on the slide. Thanks.
Thank you, guys.